On Tuesday, Miss Jones gave the students in her classroom an assignment to write an essay about their New Year's resolutions. None of the children survived.
This naked woman was chasing an armadillo around, and she's got this armadillo, and we're like, does she know that you can get leprosy from armadillos? She like picks it up and her breasts fall off. I just like, we were just, no one told her that. Okay, I'm sorry to put that image in you guys' head, but someone had to do it.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Thanks.
Welcome to yet another year of Big Questions with the Dead Milkmen. My question for this episode is, what are your New Year's resolutions? And, or maybe you don't have any resolutions. What are you looking forward to in 2022, now that we're here, more or less? Well, I have a resolution. I am going to quit playing Words with Friends, which is a game like Scrabble, in case you don't know. And I'm afraid I spend way too much time playing it. So I've decided I'm going to delete it on the new year and not play it. See what happens to my time.
I've deleted it already.
You already did that?
Yeah, I did that a couple months ago.
Why are you looking at me like that, Rodney?
How many friends do you have? Are you a fucking Kardashian?
Well, I should call it Words with Strangers, really. But I probably have over 100 competitors now.
I think Words with Strangers is called Tinder. I'm fairly sure.
That's something else.
Like Scrabble.
Well, Joe, if you're going through withdrawal, we could play Scrabble sometime.
I would like to play real person Scrabble. Maybe that would be a good substitute.
Yeah, I'd be up for that.
But I enjoyed Words with Friends when I started playing with it. I thought it was a fine game, but the game has evolved into something that's not like it. It's like a quest for coins and a quest to buy cheats, or not. They don't call them cheats, but power-ups. And it's just too much. I still play. I play anybody who challenges me, and maybe that's my problem, is why I have so many people I don't know playing against me. But I also play my mom and some people who I do know who play it, who are my friends, but mostly strangers.
This is one of the reasons I don't have video games. Because
this is on your phone. This is on a cell phone.
And B is once you start playing them, because you have to play with other people, you're playing against somebody who seems kind of nice, and they're, hey, did you ever read those protocols of the Elders of Zion? Boom! I will reach through the screen and slap you. Yeah, I use like my digital audio workstation as a video game.
That's a productive video game.
What?
That's a productive video game.
Yes, yeah.
Whereas, what do I learn from Words with Friends? Maybe my vocabulary now contains some foreign currency coins that I don't get to use, or alternate spellings for chi. Anyway, I'm also going to take a social media break just for the month of January, just to see what happens, because I know other people have done it, and I've never done it since I joined Instagram like 5 years ago. So I'm going to see what that's like. As to what I am looking forward to in 2022, I'm looking forward to playing a actual show with us, the Milkmen, in front of people. If hopefully that can happen. And I'm looking forward to finishing the album that we started in 2019. That's it for me.
Yeah.
I have so many questions after that.
What are they?
Yeah, the only app game I ever got into was the Jeopardy one. And sometimes I'll play video games with the kids or whatever, but they would make fun of me because I don't look at my phone very often, but when I had this Jeopardy app, this was 2 years ago. like I would get obsessed with it because I was like, oh man, I just keep I'm going to different cities. I'm going to Toronto now and all this. And then it was like, oh, you should pay money to get these like things to make you do more stuff. And I was like, you know what, this is crazy. And I stopped and I started to get like tempted to play. I'm like, I just deleted it. I was like, screw this. But
Johnny Rotten spent $16,000 buying extra stuff for Candy Crush.
What?
Yes, you can look up. Johnny Rotten dropped, I believe it was Candy Crush or Angry Birds, dropped $16,000 on little additional things, which just goes to prove,
you know what,
all the stuff I've been saying about Johnny Rotten.
He knows what he wants and he knows how to get it.
I wanna be candy.
So
Candy Crushing you get.
Let's review. Timmy's New Year's resolutions included to stop defecating in the school cafeteria, to compensate the city zoo for the missing lemur incident, to cut down on shouting. They call it angel dust because it comes straight from heaven during pep rallies.
I have so many things I should be resolved to do. Like I took up smoking again this year. I need to quit that, but I'm not. I actually figured out that I'm not going. My resolution is to not make any resolutions.
If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice.
So I looked up the word, and I have it right here. It says a firm decision to do or not to do something. And I thought, fuck that. I think every time I make those decisions, like something else will happen. So I'm just going to kind of try to go with the flow, you know, be in the present moment. Like now or now. So yeah, I was going to say, my resolution is to do all these things that would probably be healthy and better for me and all that kind of fun stuff, which I've done in the past and then not lived up to. So, yeah, that's me.
Are you looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to February 22nd, 2022, because it'll be a cool number of, the date. It's cool. And definitely, writing, recording, finishing the rest of the album. Looking forward to that for sure.
Let's review. Anne's New Year's resolutions included to stop blasting the foghorn during choir practice, to get to the bottom of this whole clean underwear nonsense, to complete her TED Talk. You call it a snuff film, I call it found footage.
I generally don't make resolutions, although I sort of unofficially told myself that I wanted to read more and walk more this past year. I did read more books this year, but I did not follow through on my thought process, which was to try and read a book every month. I only read 4 books, which is pretty disappointing to me. But it's 4 more than I read the year before, so I guess that's a step in the right direction. And I always continually need to walk more. I'd like to be able to even just get up from my desk and walk around the block. I mean, it's not that far of a distance, and it's not that time consuming. So maybe I should try and do that in the coming year. In past years, people who may have stumbled on my YouTube channel may have noticed that I've done something called January in January, which is to try and do like a little musical jam and videotape it and post it online somewhere. But I know that my January this year is going to be very busy with work, so I probably won't be able to participate this year, but you never know. And it's not a requirement to do it every single day, but in past years I have actually succeeded in posting some little snippet of musical doodling every year. So this coming year, I mean, I think I'll just continue. Like, I would like to read more. I have plenty of unread books on the shelf, and I would like to continue reading. And like Joe and Dan too, I would like to. I'm looking forward to finishing the album and hopefully playing a live show in front of real people at some point this year. So anyway, that's what
we
I'm
should practice with mannequins.
Yeah.
Work our way up, begin to add because we can't just jump right back in that pool. We got to go little bit by little bit. Inflatable people.
Let's review. Dr. Farber's New Year's resolutions included to finally take down that Snitches Get Stitches poster in his waiting room, to refrain from crying or masturbating when retelling Wolverine's origin story. For Christ's sake, Cynthia, it's a golden corral. Nobody here gives a rat's ass about your food allergies.
Let me see. What am I planning to do other than continue my steady transformation into the late Sean Connery? It's a good playing, pussy galore. I'm going to, first, my main goal for 2022 is to hopefully get Tinkertown Santa Claus out of my head. That song is the essence of evil.
It sounds like they're standing in a hole.
And I keep getting emails that say, Tinkertown Santa, fuck you. And people are mad because I went into the middle of the last video and said, go check it out. I went and did that. Now I hate myself. Also, 2022, and this is only for the maybe 5 people watching who care what I'm doing, but 2022 will be my first year as an elected official in the city of Philadelphia, which means that I will be attending a lot of seminars, reading a lot of material, which I've already begun, and going to classes and stuff. So so that's less time for the band. So that's a scary thing. I want to get back to work on a book I started to write, which is called The Plot to Kill Underground Music. It's basically explaining what happened to underground music, where it went, why people who listen to Vampire Weekend think they're listening to underground music. It's basically how we kind of lost what we used to have. People go, oh, well, with things like Bandcamp, people get more exposure to. No, they're not. They're not. It's not happening. So I want to get that out there and hopefully find a publisher. I want to finish, I started it. I do want to hopefully finish in 2022. My first and maybe only solo EP, which should be interesting. And so if you're watching this, and that includes you guys, and you're wondering, why haven't I been asked to take part in this? Because it's going to be, I think, a total of 6 songs, and people, you'll get invited as it goes. So you expect that invite. And that's some of you watching this. So really that's, as usual, I tend to keep busy, and I'm going to be super busy in 2022.
Let's review. Lionel's New Year's resolutions included to dance only in designated areas, not on the ceiling. To come clean to that blind girl about just how terrible that sculpture is. To stop defecating in the school cafeteria.
That was quick.
Thank you. On to recommendations. I recommend this week the cover article of The Atlantic. It's called January 6th Was Practice by Barton Gellman. I think that's how you say his name. It might be Gellman. I don't know. But it's an eye-opening report about, or his view on what happened on January 6th and the stuff that's come out since, and also what Republicans are doing, not behind the scenes, but low key, to change laws in state legislature to make it easier for Trump to succeed if he were to, and he probably will run again in 2024, or any Republican or whatever, to subvert the election by, if they don't win the popular vote, to simply have the vote changed to be what they want it to be. So it's an interesting read. I recommend reading, and it's about 15 pages long. And also elect more people like Rodney to stop this from happening. At the local level, it's very important to pay attention to what's going on.
What's going on?
Well, read this article and you'll find out.
Yeah.
Republicans don't want to lose any elections, basically. Now they just want to, even if they lose a popular vote, they say that, the election was stolen. It was rigged.
I would like to recommend that everybody watching, you guys listening, whatever, you have a safe and happy New Year. And I guess this will be New Year's Day. So hopefully you had, well, this is the new year. Have a safe and happy New Year, but hopefully you had a safe New Year's Eve and you got home safely, or you stayed where you were if you were drinking. If you don't drink, don't drink. You know what I mean, if you know what I mean. I also recommend Pedialyte if you are hungover.
I live in South Philadelphia. I can't have a safe New Year. I have mummers outside with Roman candles.
Are they doing that?
Penises.
Are they doing this parade this year?
I think so, yeah.
If I can get a steamroller, it'll be the best parade.
Why put blackface on? Why not do any other color?
Oh, here's. And I say him, don't worry about it. That's all. Stay in your neighborhood. Don't worry about it. That's what I do.
Well, this will be after the fact.
Yeah.
This will be aired after.
That's true.
I recommend that you unsubscribe from all your YouTube channels and just watch the 10-hour Fireplace video channel that I subscribe to.
Have you seen Namibia, Cam?
I have not seen, but
there's a water
link.
hole out in Namibia, and they have like oryx and everything come up to it, and occasionally you'll get like a warthog or a cheetah. I am obsessed with Namibia, Cam.
The other videos that I like, there's one that's probably about 8 or 10 hours long. It's a first-person train ride from Bergen, Norway to Oslo through the mountains. So I'll provide links to both of these. That's what I recommend.
For $1. How excited are you about HBO Max now having reruns of Billy on the Street? A, extremely excited. B, incredibly excited. Or C, so fucking excited. Come on, it's Billy on the Street.
Hey,
Billy Eichner, come on. It ran for 6 seasons. Billy on, you don't know Billy?
I'll take the $1. I don't know.
You know,
Name a woman! Name a woman! No!
I was going to recommend that show we're playing, Joe, but it's already over on Saturday.
it's already over.
Oh, yeah.
How was it?
How did we do?
Go back in time by 1 or 2 days. I don't know.
I made lots of money selling rotten fruit outside. Good episode tonight. Maybe I'll pad it out with some stuff.
But people walk around on SVU going like, looks like the victim had anal contusions. Yo, looks like we found semen and fecal matter in the victim's ear canal. Those are 2 real things that I heard on Law & Order SVU at 3 in the afternoon. Both spoken by Ice-T.